Good morning, I'm Peter Clayton, the owner of Clayton Horsnall, the owner of tradecompany.co.uk. This is going to be about a simple thing. It's going to be about happiness. It's going to be about what is happiness. I've been doing some research over the last 3 weeks, finding out what is happiness. I've actually been doing the research probably all my life, finding what happiness is, and it's really boiled down to some things that seem to be quite simple, quite fundamental, and what they are really. So, for me, happiness, what did it used to be? What was the perception of happiness from other people? The things we wear, the people we're around, the things we buy, the weather, the job, the seat I'm sitting in, the home, the clothes, the haircut, the smile, the thoughts. And I'm going to stick back to the thoughts, because one thing I realised with all of the people that I've been reading and studying is every book I've read, I really think every book I've read and every book I actually I suppose reviewed has been about business, and it's been about mindset, it's been about leadership. And one thing I noticed in every book was about the mental state, about what you, in a way, is a good quote of saying, is what you think you are, you are. And what you think is to be true is true, and what you think is to be not true is not true. So it really is about thoughts. So I watched it's a TED playlist under happiness. If you search for happiness, you'll see a playlist. And one of the fundamental things that I realised on this place when I was watching and reviewing it is really, it's so simple, but it's so difficult for me to comprehend how easy it is, but also comprehend how to manage it. So I found out, in my opinion, that happiness is all about you. It's all about what you think and the mindset you create. So the only thing that can control happiness is the person. So when all of the outside things is removed, it's only the person that can control the happiness. And it's only the thought patterns. Now, there is actually data on this to back it up, which, as I said, go through the TED talk, and there was a professor there talking about it. And it was really about how people that had nothing, living in a hut in the middle of the Congo, basically some forest, and they measured the brain waves, basically an MRI scan, to see where happiness was. So when you had something that was happiness, they measured what happiness was, and then they actually measured that happiness is when that happens, and that's when people are very happy. And they measured the people in towns and normal cities like yourself and I, happiness, and they measured the happiness of someone walking around completely naked with a leaf around them, sitting there, and the happiness with nothing, just with, I suppose in my state it feels like they've got nothing, but actually they haven't. They haven't got nothing. That's actually the bit that was my mistake. They've got everything, because all they need is themselves. So this for me was a big change, because I've been writing in my journal and changing things. Actually, I've been writing enough in it. And my change was, how do I change my thoughts to happiness? And how do I recreate this happiness in my mind and progress it into my businesses? Because one thing I've found is I've always done is, if I see someone unhappy, I'll always be the one that will be the jester or the person that will bring this happiness back up, and it'll be like short-lived, because the real reason is, if the person in charge of the happiness is getting I suppose it's understanding that they are the people in charge of it. And for me, for talking about this, should be about me, not them. I'm in charge of it. So when I say I'm creating what I'm doing to be happy, and I'm creating this to be happy, it needs to be the journey of being happy all the way along the journey. So I'm the one in charge of it, and I'm the one that creates it. It may seem absolutely simple, and maybe in a way it's like what you want about, but really it's quite fundamental, because I see a lot of people, I suppose, if you see myself, I'm going to use myself as the example, I see myself striving to work towards things to create my happiness. Now, if happiness is the inside job, then the only person, I can just switch it, just like that. Now, finding out to do that, for me, I'm going to create a task of doing this, is by changing my thoughts and looking backwards for every happy thing I've had, every single thing I've done. And I'm going to actually have a go at creating, let's say, extreme happiness, by actually bolstering every single thing up in my mind and creating happiness to such a level that it's like euphoric. So I've been doing meditation, I've been doing readings, I've been doing study, and one thing I find when I'm learning, really feel good. Love it. Learning, absolutely on top of the world, loving it. Some of the things I do at work, because sometimes, if it's sometimes challenges with people, or people that are having a challenge, or people aren't doing what I think they should be doing, that can become a challenge, and that can bring it back down. So it's thinking that, well, actually be happy with everything I do, and then the outcome will be happier. So this is all about me just explaining about how I am going to change myself and what I've learned about happiness. Now, I'm sure that if I decide to do this after this video, I'll be happy straight away. That may be the case. That also may be a journey of learning. Because if I understand how this works, then everyone should be able to do it. Because if those people in the jungle can have the same, if the MRI scan, when they measure, have this, actually they had more happiness than some of the people in the Commonwealth. They found that people in Europe and Western world are actually more depressed. The people in the jungle with nothing were very happy. So actually, I think what I feel the main change has been is this materialistic thing, and this thing of strive for happiness there's been some things lost that actually make yourself happy, feel happy, set yourself up to be happy, set myself to be happy, set myself to actually think that way. So if I do that, then it'll happen. Is it simple? Yes. Can I do it? Well, yes. How am I going to do it? Finding out. So for me, it's just about what I've learned about happiness and about what it is. And really the main thing is it's one's own thoughts. So when everyone says, how can you create happiness? Exactly what it says. How do you create happiness? Look in the wording. How do you create happiness? When you say to yourself, how do I create happiness? Is by thinking happy and being happy. It's letting the situation, me deciding to change it. So that's my analogy and learning of happiness. Maybe it's been a little bit of a repetitive one, but it's just me, I'm doing this for me to understand what I've been learning. And it's putting it into words, because a lot of the things that I've got are feelings, and it's for me, I'm thinking how to put those feelings into words. How can I put them into something that actually will work and I can share to other people? So I'm going to get this, my first take of this, and I'm going to learn as I go along. And I'm sure with this, the more it happens, the more things I learn, the more ways that basically the process of figuring out how to do it, the more I share. Thank you very much. I'm Peter Clayton. I'm the owner of Clayton Horse Limited. Always got a pump for my business. We have a website called tradeplumbing.co.uk that sells bathroom heating supplies. I'd really like to share that. If you have any bathroom heating stuff, just have a look. So that was my advertisement for there. That makes me happy, but does it?